everyone, welcome to On Earth Yoga. My name is Corey. This class is called Shoulder Happiness because we're going to make our shoulders very happy. For this class, you're going to need a yoga strap of some kind. So it could be an actual yoga strap, it could be a towel or a sheet. It doesn't have to be fancy, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with our straps. Like I said in the beginning, if you don't have a strap, that is okay. You can use a little hand towel, something that you can kind of pull and has some slack to it, so it does not have to be a fancy yoga strap. But if you do want a strap, they're like $5 on Amazon, I think, so they're nothing crazy. So grab your strap or your towel and extend your arms out in front of you. And then hold that strap about shoulder width distance, and then make sure it's nice and tight. And then from here, go about one more hand's length out, so you're just a little bit wider than your shoulders. And then from here, this movement is really going to depend on your mobility. So the more flexible you are in the shoulders, the further you will go, but just go to your degree, don't push it. I don't want you to feel any pain. So when you're ready, on your inhale, start to bring that strap up over your head, and go to right about behind your head now. If you're here and that's all that you can do, that's fine. But go back a little bit. Keep that core pulling in. I don't want you to totally curve into your back. Keep that core pulled in. And then lower the strap down on the exhale. That's all you're going to do. Inhale, the strap lifts up. And exhale, the strap lowers. Inhale, the strap lifts up, and exhale, lowers. A few more on your own. You might start to go a little bit further back if you have that flexibility. I'm hitting a wall, so I'm going to move up a little bit. Good, a few more, just starting to really warm up the shoulder girdle. Good, a couple more. Maybe feeling a little bit more warm, and you can let that strap fall back a little bit. Good, last one. Good, release that strap. Let your arms roll out. You might roll those shoulders. And then from here, take the strap over your right shoulder. You can stay in a seated position and sit up nice and tall through the spine. The right arm will lift up. And then take that right arm down the nape of your neck and find your strap. Take that left arm, bring it around, and find the strap as well. If you have the flexibility, you can reach for your fingers, but that's not necessary. I want you to sit nice and upright. So if holding your hands makes you kind of curve in like that, hold your strap or your towel. It's a tool. It does not make you bad at yoga. It is a tool to help open up our body. So sit up nice and tall. Don't rest your head in your arm. I want the arm to be next to your head so it's doing the work. And just close your eyes and sit here, breathing in to your arms. So your left shoulder might start to feel a little tight. Send your breath and focus there. You might also feel it in your right tricep. And just begin to deepen the breath. Take one more breath in. And release everything slowly. And just shake out those shoulders. And then we'll switch sides. So that strap will come over the left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall once again, left arm lifts up, and then take that hand, find your strap, and then right arm come around and find the other end of the strap. If you're right-handed, which probably a lot of you are, this side will feel a lot tighter. But again, sit up nice and tall. If you find that you're folding forward, use more of your strap. Close your eyes and breathe. Sending your breath to that right shoulder, the left tricep. And 2 more breaths. And release. Good, and shake out your arms. And now using movie magic, 2 blocks will appear in front of me. Up here. Here are my blocks. Again, if you don't have blocks, I know you have books, so go grab a couple books, and we're gonna bring our blocks down onto our mat. We can ditch the strap. I don't think we're gonna need it for the rest of class. And then from here, we're going to come into what's called Dolphin Prelude. So Dolphin is a pose that is similar to Down Dog, but it works our shoulders and opens up this whole back area of your arms, especially your armpits, which is really important. So for Dolphin Prelude, you want to have your blocks start on the flat side. You might end up lifting them up if it feels like it's too far away. So have your blocks down about as wide as your shoulders will be. Scoot your legs back and then bring your elbows down onto your blocks. It's going to be like a child's pose. So let your legs come back slightly, and then with your elbows on your blocks, start to lower your chest and your head down to the mat. You're going to feel this through your bicep and tricep area in the arm, as well as feeling it open in the armpit, which is super important because there's a lot of lymph nodes in there. And just stay here. If you find that you need to turn your blocks up 1 more level, you can. You can try that and see if that makes any difference. It will feel different in everyone's body. And just a few more breaths. Good, and then slowly start to lift yourself up. Place your blocks off to the side. And then we're going to set up for Dolphin. So Dolphin is a pose we'll visit probably about 3 to 4 times throughout this practice. So this is the proper way for you to get in and out of Dolphin safely. So for Dolphin, the biggest issue I see with students is that their arms are either too far away or too close. So the best way to get the right distance between your arms is to cross your arms, thumbs right in your armpits. And then from here, just start to lower your elbows down to the mat. Keeping this width, you can let your forearms come down to the mat. If you are very, very new to this practice, I'll invite you to clasp your hands. It will give you a little bit more support. But otherwise, keep your arms parallel. Don't lose this distance in between the elbows. And then from here, you're going to start to cat the back. So like in a cat-cow. So you're rounding through the spine. Your head is going to fall. And then tuck the toes. And then keeping all of this, really pressing the forearms into the mat, start to lift yourself up into Dolphin. Now, the further away your feet are, the easier it is. The closer your feet are to your elbows, a little bit more challenging it is. And just breathe and hold here. Notice if you're clenching in your jaw or your mouth, let that go. Two more breaths. Last one. And then to get out, just lower the knees down, untuck the toes, and just start to walk yourself back up. And you did dolphin. So we'll revisit that a few more times throughout the practice. If you are newer to the class, make sure you're using that setup so that you get comfortable in the pose. Down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Down dog feels a lot easier now, doesn't it? Take a breath in and out. One more big breath. Let it go. Step to the top of the mat. Lift up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way up. Fold. Couple half suns to start. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Fold. Halfway. Fold. Rise up. Fold. One more, halfway. Fold. Rise up. And fold. Halfway. Step back to high plank. Take one big breath in. Chaturanga, lower down. Up dog. And down dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. Step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Fold. Halfway. Plant the palms, step back to high plank. One breath in. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Breath in. Get empty. Step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise all the way up. Fold forward. Halfway. Plant the palms, lower down, exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Take a breath in and out. Pull forward into your high plank. Lower chaturanga. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes and bring your hands outside of your mat. Tent your fingers like you have a tennis ball underneath them. And then let your forehead come down onto the mat. So this is a Cobra variation. We're going to press the tops of our feet down into the mat, kneecaps lift up. And then when you're ready on your inhale, start to peel the chest up, feeling the shoulders pull back and open. And hold here. A few breaths. 2 more. Last one. And release down. Good, we'll lift up one more time. Breath in, feel the shoulders pull back. 2 more breaths. One more. Release. Bring your palms back underneath your shoulders. Lift back up to your knees. Setting up for our second dolphin pose. So remember, clasp arms crossed, thumbs to your armpits, release the arms down, cat the back, tuck the toes, take a breath in, lift up, exhale. You might walk your feet closer to you or bring them a little bit further back. You can choose. But breathe and hold. I know it's hard. I know there's a lot of sensation. Two more breaths. You can do it. Last one. Lower the knees down. Embryo pose, arms down by your side. Let the shoulders relax. Really feel the shoulders pulling towards the earth so they're nice and relaxed. And then slowly start to lift yourself up and head to down dog, which will feel nice and easy compared to dolphin. And take two more breaths. One more. Step the right foot forward. Come up into warrior two. Settle in here. Now from here, keep that knee bent. We're going to come in to that arm bind that we found at the beginning of class. Now, if you can't reach your hands, reach for your shirt, or if you want, you can grab your strap again, but holding the shirt will do the job. So keep that right arm or right elbow lifting up towards the ceiling, and then find a reverse warrior with this arm bind. So that elbow is kind of your North Star. It's pointing you in the right direction. Keep the bend in the right knee. Two more breaths. Start to straighten the right leg on your inhale. And then start to unravel the arms and hinge forward. Exhale, coming down into triangle. Letting the arms open up here. It should feel nice and good on the shoulders. And staying in triangle, take your left hand to your low back, find a half bind. You might be able to reach your hand all the way around and grab the front of your right thigh. And then take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Option to stay right here and hold, or find one of your blocks. Place that block about 6 inches off of the right pinky toe. Keep this hand bound. You can release it from the top of your thigh. Bend into the right knee and start to lift up into half moon with this arm bind. Really flex this back foot. Try not to put all your weight in this right hand. See if you can be a little bit lighter with it. Really nice. Take 2 more breaths right here. 1 more breath in. If you're in half moon, land back in warrior 2. Release that arm, reverse the warrior. And then cartwheel the hands down to your mat. Step back and flow through your vinyasa. Left foot steps, warrior 2. Rise up and open. And then moving to our reverse warrior with the arm bind. So that left arm comes up, reach behind, either find the hand or your shirt. Feel that left elbow reaching up to the ceiling, and then reverse. Keep breathing here. You're building some nice heat in the body. Two more breaths. And start to straighten that left leg. On your exhale, unravel and hinge forward, triangle, lower down. And take your right hand to your low back, finding that half bind. So you might walk that hand around, find the top of your left thigh. Feel the chest open up even more and gaze up towards the ceiling. Holding right here or finding your block. Putting it 6 inches off of the pinky toe at a slight angle, bending into the left knee, keeping this bind, lifting up into half moon. And if you fall, that is okay. I'm about to. The key in half moon is to keep the lifted leg flexed and engaged. Notice if you can feel that shoulder open up any amount more. And really test the waters here. What's the worst that's going to happen? You fall over? That's life. Get back up. Couple more breaths. Be nice and light in that left hand. 1 more breath. If you're in half moon, land back. Reverse the warrior, unravel the arms. And then cartwheel the hands down and flow through your vinyasa. From here, lower our knees down. Dolphin pose, your favorite pose. I know it's hard. Cat the back, tuck the toes, take a big breath in. And lift the hips up. Notice if you can walk your feet closer to your elbows. Take 2 more breaths here. You can do it. And then from here, this is challenging. Start to walk your feet back, forearm plank. Keep pressing the floor away with the forearms, keep tucking that core. 2 more breaths. If you're shaking, that's good. 1 more. Last inhale. Start to lower your hips down, untuck the toes. Keep the elbows where they are. Sphinx pose. So chest pulls up, shoulders pull back. And notice right here the beating of your heart. Notice the quality of your breath. want you to energetically feel like your elbows are pulling back towards your hips so your chest can pull through your shoulders. Let your eyes close. Nice deep and full breaths, 3 more. And blink open the eyes. A little bit more work. We're going to reverse that and make our way back up to dolphin. I know it's a lot, but we can do it. We can do it together. So press those palms down, tuck the toes, and then take a big breath in. Exhale completely. The forearm plank. Inhale, lift up. Make sure you're pressing into your arms so you're not sinking in your back. Puff up through the back. From here, start to walk your feet up. Find your dolphin pose. 2 more breaths. You can do it. Stay here. Biggest breath in. Lower the knees down. Embryo pose. Ha. Let those shoulders relax. And then very slowly start to lift yourself up. We're going to set up for our peak pose of our class today, which is going to be Camel Pose. So Camel Pose can be a scary pose for those of us who don't really know how to get into it properly. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is, if your knees feel like they need a little bit more padding, you can fold the front of your mat over and kind of use it as a prop for your knees. Then from here, start to lift your legs up. If you're new to Camel, I want you to take one of your blocks and squeeze it in between your thighs. And then some people like your toes tucked, some people like them untucked. I like them untucked, but we're gonna start with our toes tucked because it brings our heels up towards us. And then take your hands behind your low back and start to walk them up so that you use your hands to guide yourself up and over. So I want you to imagine that you're going to lay back over a big barrel. That's the feeling. So it's not coming from your low back, it's coming from the thoracic spine. So hands to your low back, walk the fingertips up. Take a breath in, lift up. And then exhale, start to lean back. Feel your shoulders pull back. Keep squeezing the block. Make sure you're lifting up and over. One more breath. And slowly lower down. Come to rest on your knees. And let the spine neutralize. So before we do anything else, we need to let it neutralize. It's kind of like a paper clip, right? If you keep bending and bending and bending and bending, it eventually snaps. I mean, your back's not going to snap, but we need to make sure that we do a counter pose to the back bending to keep our spine nice and happy. Just take a few moments here. And then when you're ready, we're going to set up for our second camel. So start to lift up. If you like the block, use the block again. If you didn't, don't use it. And then hands come behind the low back. We'll lift up and back. If you want to stay right here, that's fine. If maybe you want to reach for just the right heel, you can do that. If you want to reach for both heels, You can do that. If you want to let your head go, that's an option too. But keep feeling your thighs pushing towards the front of your mat. Three more big breaths. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to your low back if they're not there. Very, very slowly bring the head back to neutral and sit the hips down on the heels, palms on your thighs, and let the eyes close. Beautiful, and an option to stay right here, or you can lower down into Embryo Pose, keeping that spine nice and long. Feeling that back body expand, shoulders melt down. If you're in Embryo Pose, slowly start to lift yourself up. And take a nice big breath in, arms sweep up. Hands to heart center. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and exhale. Thumbs to your third eye. The light in me honors and bows down to the light in each one of you. I hope your shoulders feel happy. Namaste. Hey everyone, thank you so much for taking this class. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to take another, you can click a video over here and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.